Hey, Jack from Ringwood Camera House here. Today I'll be settling an age-old debate in the photo and video world. DSLR versus mirrorless. Which one's better and why does it matter? Well, hopefully after watching this video you'll be able to decide which one is better for you. Cameras have come a long way since their invention in 1816, starting from film SLRs, then slowly making its way to digital SLRs, and now to mirrorless. Each change in design has come with a change in the technology available. Now, the principle of a DSLR and a mirrorless camera are pretty much the same. They both take photo and video. Now, the change doesn't necessarily come in straight up image quality. It's more about the features that they offer. DSLR stands for Digital Single Lens Reflex, and that notes to its design. There is a mirror inside of the camera that takes the image coming through the lens up into the viewfinder by way of a prism. So when you look through your optical viewfinder, you're not actually looking through the lens, but through the prism mechanism. So when you take a photo or video, that mirror flips up to reveal the sensor, which then blacks out your viewfinder. Now this is an optical viewfinder, which means the image quality is high in that sense, but you can't see any changes like you would in live view on your LCD screen. Now there are some that argue that an optical viewfinder is superior, and where for a long time this was true, digital viewfinders started to get just as good, if not better in some circumstances. But again, this is all down to preference. Now, DSLRs are often going to be larger and heavier, which in some circumstances can be good. A major benefit to DSLRs is the support and variation of accessories and lenses that they have. You're going to find more lenses available, more accessories available, often at a cheaper price than what you'll find in mirrorless equivalent. All this even bleeds into the second-hand market as well. So if you're investing in a new camera system for the first time, DSLR is going to be a more budget-friendly option. It was also boasted for a very long time that DSLRs have much better battery life than mirrorless cameras due to having an optical viewfinder. But nowadays, the difference is minimal and overall doesn't make much of an impact. If you're picking up a camera system like this, you're probably going to want to be picking up a spare battery anyway. Now the design is all in its name, mirrorless. Basically, technology got to the stage in which digital viewfinders were accurate enough to expose images on professional cameras. So they ditched the mirror, and what you see in your viewfinder is a smaller version of what you see on your LCD screen. Now, everyone has a differing opinion on which is better, DSLR or mirrorless, but the fact is that mirrorless is an evolution of the DSLR. Mirrorless cameras are usually more expensive when compared to DSLRs, but this is because they have a series of benefits. Now, when ditching the mirror mechanism inside of the camera, you save on size and weight, and this is a massive deal. When you're coming from a DSLR and you're used to a heavy camera and a heavy lens, you're going to be thankful to save your back when switching to a mirrorless kit. Now, the autofocus on a mirrorless camera is going to be much better. Because there's no mirror, that means your sensor is constantly exposed to the image that you're going to be taking. Therefore, manufacturers are able to take advantage of this. Sony, for example, are class leading in their autofocus, and that's because they use the original contrast detect system, which is used in most DSLRs, as well as a phase detect system. So this means that their autofocus is almost perfect. For video, a DSLR and a mirrorless camera can technically have the same video specs, but where the mirrorless camera wins out is in its autofocus capabilities. Both camera systems can take photos at high shutter speeds and high frame rates, but mirrorless camera wins on this one. When you're ditching that mirror mechanism, the process is simpler, so you can take more photos in quick succession using electronic shutter. Even Canon's flagship DSLR camera uses an electronic shutter to shoot its high frame rate modes. Final thing on a mirrorless camera is the lens mounting. Now for some, this isn't really an important feature, but if you want to be able to adapt lenses onto your camera, the physical size and the flange distance of these mirrorless camera mounts make it so much easier to do. For example, many have taken a liking to adapting vintage lenses on their cameras. Or say for example you have a massive DSLR lens collection. Having a mirrorless camera means that adapting those lenses isn't very difficult. Now, there's something to be said about the support for these two systems. Slowly, little by little, the support for DSLR systems is going away somewhat. However, Canon and Nikon have said they'll be continuing their DSLR system support for years to come. There are some people who think we're seeing the last newly made DSLRs. Now, we don't know whether this is true or not, but this trend is starting to become somewhat of a reality. So which one is better, DSLR or mirrorless? Well, I wish I could give you a straight answer, but there is none. Your choice will totally depend on your personal preference. But when it comes to shooting speed, autofocus speed, as well as size and weight, mirrorless wins hands down. But you might not need all the fancy bells and whistles that mirrorless provides. You might just need a camera. If you're a new photographer just experimenting, or maybe want to take some family snaps, a DSLR is going to be the better choice. It's not going to have more than what you need, and you're going to be able to spend a lot less money, and it'll be a lot more friendlier on your wallet. There are loads of professionals who still use DSLR systems because of their reliability. Not to say that mirrorless isn't reliable, but they've just used it for a long time and they know how they work. If you're looking to become a professional photo or video shooter, mirrorless might be the way to invest at the moment. Now, if you're still unsure in which one might be the right one for you, then feel free to contact us via social media, our website, email, or phone us. We are more than happy to help you choose the right camera that's best suited for your needs. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, then please like it and share it around, as well as follow the page for more videos. Happy shooting.